Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be reviewing the Ferventoys SS21 Gel Blaster. Wait, didn't you already do that? Well, yes, but this is the Holiday 2021 version of the blaster with updated internals and a new paint job. So, yes, but also no. Anyways, with that guy out of the way and that question answered, let's get on to the review. I got a blaster. I don't know what it is. I think it's the... I don't know. We'll open it up. Why not? Okay, I'm just gonna cut the sides normally. Okay, I think I can just open it up like this. Whoa. So that go. Ooh. Fancy packaging. Oh. Okay, so we got a gel blaster here. Nice Christmas packaging. That's really cool, actually. I really like that. The box out of the way. Let's open up the actual blaster. So we have some Christmas packaging with Santa holding, it looks like a beer. And that's probably just some coffee, but, or some chocolate milk. But yeah, that's some really good Christmas packaging. I really like that. Wow. So how do I open this up? I think I go from the edges down here. Yeah, I think I go down here. And then tear it up. Is it not open? Okay, no, there is. Alright. That's some really cool Christmas packaging. Alright, we got the paper wrap off. And I just want to take a look at the box first, because that's actually really fun. Let's take a look at the front. So first off, we have a house with a Christmas tree outside, and we have a sleigh, Santa on a reindeer, what looks to be holding some coffee, or I don't know, just a beer, I guess. And then we have him upside down, flying in front of the moon. Alright, there's so much going on. None of it really makes much sense. And on the back, we just have some snow. And that seems to be it. So there's some tape on the bottom here. Have to cut that. I was kind of hoping there'd be something funny on the bottom or on the side, but no, we just have the company name, I guess, or the brand, and then, oh, don't drop that, this is good packaging. We have Merry Christmas and the tree. So not much actually going on with the packaging other than the front, which I love. So let's get this thing open. Woo-hoo-hoo! So it looks like we're getting a nice new paint job. We have the instructions for the Scorpion submachine gun gel blaster. It's the same one that I reviewed last time, but we have updated internals with some new stuff in the package. So we got the foregrip like last time, the suppressor, which seems to actually be, no, it's the same. We have some safety goggles, which are always nice to be included. How to keep your eyes protected. We have the battery, some blue and orange gel rounds. I think we have 10,000 in the package here, and the charger for the battery. I will plug that in. We have the magazine separated from the top and the bottom as to drain water. So more on that when we actually get to it. And we have the blaster itself in some of the pack in some bubble wrap. So I'm gonna close this up and put it to the side. I am keeping this box not only for storage and come on, why would you not want to keep this box? This is a great box. So let's get it out. There's some tape. Oh, no, just wrapped underneath it. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Got a nice Christmas paint job. That's awesome. Yeah, just look at that. I got reindeer with Santa in front of the same house we saw in the packaging. It looks like just all around. That's really cool. I really like that. But it's the exact same blaster as before, but it has some updated internals, so let's take a look at that. Out of the package, you get the instructions, the blaster itself, the magazine, the battery, the charger, the foregrip, some safety glasses, the silencer, and the ammunition. If you're wondering why this has already been opened, that's because I forgot to record this when I opened up the blaster. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get over to the blaster overview. Blaster overview, starting up at the front and moving our way back. Up at the front, we have a silencer attached to the front barrel of the blaster. Right below that, we have a foregrip attached to a rail. I will show you how to put that on in the next part where we get the blaster ready to fire and the rounds ready to fire. Back here we have the magazine and the magazine well, including the magazine release, which is this little black button on the side to take the magazine out. You push the button in and pull out the magazine, and you just put it back into the slot to put it back into the blaster. Up on top, we have a laser sight, which is very nice. It's the same as the last version. So, and we will be comparing the two here in a minute. So we have the sight to improve accuracy. Below that, we have the trigger guard, and the handle to the blaster. I do want to tell you that the trigger does not need excessive force to yield a fire. So a very light touch will trigger the blaster. When you go to fire, you'll hear the click, and that's how you know it works, I guess, besides firing it. On the back of the blaster, you have the on button, or the switch. To turn it on, you just flick it up, and that turns on the blaster. I don't have the batteries in, so I can't actually dry fire it. And then to turn it off, you put it back down. And up here we have a foldable stock. Right now it's in the folded position. You just want to unclip it from here and pull it on back. This is to improve accuracy. So you shoulder it and you can aim down the sights, which is very cool. Like that addition. It works decently well. Kind of hard to aim with it, but it looks amazing. We also have a nice Christmas themed paint job because this is their Christmas release with updated internals on the inside. We will not be taking a look at the internals because I don't want to risk breaking the blaster. I am not a modder and I don't do any of that. So, sorry, but won't be taking a look at that. To turn on the sight, there is a button on the back which turns it on. You got a nice cross pattern and it works really well in the light and dark. So to turn that off, just press the button again. I'm pretty sure I go over all of this on how I put everything on, including the silencer, the magazine, the foregrip, and the battery, which is located inside of the handle. and how to get this to work in the next section. So I think that's it for the blaster overview. Actually, let's compare this to the old blaster that I reviewed. This one. So we have both versions here. Both have all the same attachments in the same places. I'm pretty sure the one on the top, the stock, doesn't go as low as the new one. So that's one difference. The other difference is the barrel. This one does not have a fully removable barrel. So you can take off the silencer on this one, but you can't take off this part. They made this piece permanently attached, which compared to this one, take off the silencer, you actually take off the entire thing. And it does come out as a separate piece. I think it's a pretty good improvement on their part, so you don't have another piece that you can lose. And also, I forgot to mention that the blaster is modeled off of the Scorpion submachine gun, which I think is really cool. It's a really cool looking firearm. So, just a little bit of information. Other than that, this new model has updated internals compared to this one, and a different paint scheme. This one has Santa riding a reindeer and a house. Basically the box art wrapped around the blaster. This one has some graffiti and skulls, which also looks really cool. I like both versions. I don't think one is better than the other, but that's comparing the blasters. They are more or less the same besides the internals and paint job. Now, let's go put all the attachments on and getting the ammo ready to fire. Now I'm going to go over how to put all the parts of the blaster together, starting with the magazine. To put the magazine inside of the blaster, you want to insert this part of the magazine into the slot with the feeder being at the forward, and then you just want to slide it in. There you go. And then to release it, there's this button on the right side of the blaster. Press that down and it'll either fall out or you can just grab the magazine out. And that's how you put in and out the magazine. To put on the foregrip, you want to untighten this knob on the right side and slide it over. Actually, have to take the stock off. Slide it over and retighten that screw. And now you have the foregrip attached. To put on the silencer, just find this spot in the back and slide it over the barrel. And that's how you attach each of the components of the blaster. But there are some extra things, which is with the sight. The sight has a little tab on it to protect it. So to be able to use the sight, you want to grab it and pull it out, and then the sight should work. And to turn it on, you just press the button on the back. Turn that on and off. And to use the gun, you'll want to put the battery in, which I will go over in just a little bit after the ammo is ready. To ready the gel rounds to be used in your blaster, first you want to find a container to contain the gel rounds when they grow. Once you cut the bag open and pour them into the container, what you'll want to do is put some water in that container and let the gel rounds sit in the container for 4 hours. If you decide that you've made too much and have to keep them in the container for a longer period of time, make sure that you put new water in there every so often, every day. That would probably be a good time. Once those 4 hours are up, what you want to do is find something to strain the water, basically separate the water from the gel rounds. What I did is I found a small strainer that I can use for any bottle that may be holding my gel rounds, and then I let the water drain. Once that drains, you can put it into the magazine. On the magazine, you'll find a tab on the very back, which you'll want to open to be able to pour the rounds into carefully. You'll see that I mess up and gel rounds go bouncing everywhere. Try to avoid that by covering it with your hand or something else. There is no exact amount of gel rounds that the magazine holds, but my guess is around 500 rounds. I guess pour in as much as you can get. What you'll notice is only half of the compartment actually holds the rounds. That's because the bottom of the magazine is actually meant to drain the excess water. But I highly recommend that you strain the water first. It'll help and won't leave water inside your magazine. And then after you get it all in the magazine, you fill it up. There will be a little button on the top. Click that until you see gel rounds come out the top. Once that happens, you're good to load it into your blaster and fire. Now on to the firing demo. to the firing demo, I have, since it's too cold to go outside, I have my curtain pulled out in a box underneath to hopefully collect all of the rounds that come out of the blaster here. So I'm going to turn on the sight and the blaster, pull out the stock, and get firing. We're going to dump this mag and just fire it all down. I'm standing at about 15 feet away. It's recommended that you fire from 15 to 20 feet and no less than that. So anyways, let's get started. Ooh. All right. Oh, I think we got ourselves a jam. Oh, they're all going everywhere. Kind of cleared a little bit of a jam. Let's keep firing, hope that they don't fly everywhere. You can kind of semi-auto this. So you can kind of semi with a very light trigger tap. You can also burst. And then you can, of course, full auto. I do notice that some of the rounds are exploding upon exiting the barrel, but not a huge problem. So I know I have a few left. Come on, finish this out. Got some stuck rounds. It is a little bit of an issue, but again, not huge. And I think we are dry. So that was the firing demo for the SS21 blaster, the new one with updated internals. On to the conclusion and my final thoughts on the blaster. Blaster conclusion. Well, the Christmas version of the SS21 blaster is it's amazing. It's just like the old blaster with both an updated internals and a different paint job. But it works really well. It can be a great gift for anyone 14 and up for Christmas. And there's not really much to say about it. I really enjoyed the packaging and the new paint job on the blaster itself. The performance is good and possibly better than the old blaster, which is really nice. The stock folds out just a little bit lower than the old one, which is nice. That may just be the blaster that I got or the other blaster that I got before, but it works really well. I only had a few jams, only one jam, but that's just with any of these things that they're hard to make them perfect. So not a horrible thing, and I did notice that some of the rounds were exploding upon leaving the barrel, and that's because they're hitting the sides. But it's still not too bad. So overall, this is a great blaster and a great gift for the holidays. Thank you for watching my video. Huge thank you to Ferventoys for sending me this blaster for review. It was really fun to play around with, and yeah, again, there's not much to say. It comes with everything. They have the small improvements like the barrel being permanently attached instead of having a separate piece, which is nice. They did include safety goggles, which is again a great touch. The battery comes charged, but you want to charge it anyways, just to make sure. And it comes with batteries inside the sight. So again, super high quality, just like the old blaster. New paint job, new packaging, updated internals. Works better than the old blaster. I didn't find much of a range increase because I had to shoot it inside my basement and hit my curtain. So I couldn't, and I don't have a chronograph to average the old one and this new one. But as far as I can tell, it works just as good, maybe even a little bit better for range and FPS. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you have a good day.